What's the most badass thing you've ever said by accident? Take your hand off her right now. I didn't plan to say it. I didn't even know I had it in me. But after what I saw, it just exploded out of me and changed everything. This was supposed to be a good night, an engagement dinner. I'd spent months trying to win over Grace's dad, Richard, a walking Rolex of a man who owned half the real estate in the city and thought he was royalty because he flew first class and played golf with senators. Me? I'm a mechanic. Fix cars, own my own shop. Simple life, not glamorous, but honest. To Richard, that meant I was beneath Grace. Every time we had dinner, he'd drop snide little bombs like, Grace always deserved someone with ambition, or hard work is great, but some people just aren't made for real success. Whatever. I learned to smile through it for Grace. That night, we were all at their house. Big pot roast dinner, their marble floors shining. Amy, my 7-year-old niece, running around helping Grace hang streamers. She loved Grace, always called her Princess Grace. The kid begged to come to our dinner because she wanted to help make it perfect. Everything was going fine, until Amy, while reaching for the salt shaker, knocked over Richard's crystal whiskey glass. It shattered. Everyone froze. Before anyone could say a word, Richard grabbed Amy's arm, tight enough to make her yelp, and slapped her across the face. A full-grown man hitting a kid. Silence. Amy started crying, her face already red and blotchy. Janet, Grace's mom, didn't even look up from her plate. Grace laughed awkwardly and mumbled, "Dad's just had too much to drink." I stood up so fast my chair crashed behind me. "Take your hand off her right now." Richard looked at me like I'd spit in his champagne. "Sit down, grease monkey. This doesn't concern you." And that's when I lost it. I pulled out my phone and tapped open the security feed from my shop. I keep cameras on the lot, and I knew Richard would recognize what he saw. His Porsche 911 on the lift, the one he brought in every month for phantom repairs. I turned the screen to him. "See that? That's your car, and that's you, in the back lot, meeting up with your blonde realtor friend while Janet's at her charity events. I've got months of footage." He went dead white. Janet's fork stopped mid-air. I kept going, my voice suddenly ice calm. "Here's what's going to happen. You're going to apologize to Amy. Then you're going to get help for your anger issues. And if you ever lay a hand on another kid, Janet's going to learn exactly how many fake car repairs she's paid for." It was like lighting a match in a fireworks factory. Janet exploded. She launched into Richard like a hurricane, screaming, cursing, demanding answers. Grace started crying. Amy ran over and clung to my legs. Richard tried to lunge at me, drunk, furious, but tripped over the broken glass on the floor and went down hard. I picked up Amy and walked out the front door, Grace right behind me. From the driveway, I heard Janet yelling and throwing Richard's golf clubs into the pool. The next morning, I was back at the shop, trying to wrap my head around it all. I figured Grace would show up to end things. Instead, she walked in, hugged me, and said, "I spent 28 years too scared to stand up to him. You did it in 5 minutes." That week, Richard checked into anger management. Janet filed for divorce a few days later. Turns out that wasn't the only affair. She found the burner phone, sold the house, and moved in with her sister. Grace and I got married 6 months later, in my shop's parking lot. It was nothing fancy. Folding chairs, a taco truck, some fairy lights strung over the lifts. Amy was our flower girl. She had a Band-Aid on her elbow from falling off her bike, but no bruises. At the reception, Janet made a toast. She clinked her glass and said, "To the mechanic who fixed more than just cars." Richard wasn't invited.